Good morning, friends. Welcome to Morning Motivation with Dr. K, where my number one goal is to give you a positive perspective. So I just want to talk to you guys about something on my mind today. So something that my life coach told me several weeks ago was that when we're going through struggles, whether that be like financial or in life, that instead of letting go of the things that we like to do, like whether that's getting a massage or getting your nails done or whatever, instead of letting that go, we should actually increase our efforts on self-care and self-love, which is the opposite of what I've always done. I've always thought like, oh, when you don't have money, you don't get your nails done. When you have money, you don't get your hair done. You have money, you don't do those things for yourself, right? Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Darren. So I wanted to ask you guys, what are the things that you guys do for yourselves? Which was an interesting concept to me a couple of years ago. I realized I really wasn't doing much of anything for myself. And I didn't notice that. I wasn't doing things that made me happy. And on the ride to work this morning, I was listening to the Life Coach School with Brooke Castillo, the podcast. And I was just listening to that and thinking, oh, hey friend, good to see you, Eric. So I was just thinking, what are we doing for ourselves right now? Like, I get that the world's crazy. I get it was funny. My nurse was just like, I was looking for an upcoming vacation because she likes to take vacation when I do. And she's like, you don't have any upcoming vacations. And I was like, yeah, because the freaking world is shut down. I went on Groupon travel last night because that's how I travel. For those of you who are always wondering, how does she take all these crazy international vacations? How does she go to Vietnam and Bora Bora and Europe? It's because of Groupon. Thank you, Groupon. But there's nothing on there right now because we're still at level 4 in America, so we're technically not supposed to be doing that. But what are you guys doing for yourselves? I think it's an interesting concept that when we feel a lack of money or we feel like things are chaotic, we tend to kind of shut down our self-care. It's the first thing to go. It's the first layer of, oh, I don't have to do that. I mean, I have to pay my mortgage and I have to do this, but I don't have to get a massage. I don't have to get my nails done. And it's no, Turbo, slow down. You have to take care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, then the rest of it all crumbles, right? But that's something that I wasn't conceptually very comfortable with for a long time. And so I was thinking about that as I was driving to work this morning, that I really haven't taken much time to do some of the self-development stuff that I like to do. Brooke Castillo was talking about how much she likes yoga, and I was like, I really haven't done anything like yoga in a long time, which I actually love it. And then I was listening to a podcast thinking, I haven't listened to podcasts in a while. I was like, goodness, no wonder I'm feeling chaotic. I'm not taking any time to love on myself and take care of myself. And you guys know, what I'm going to say, the truth is, if you don't love on yourself and take care of yourself, nobody else is going to, right? So what things are you guys doing currently to take care of yourselves, to be nice to yourselves, to get you to your best version of yourselves? Good morning, Clark. I hope things are going well. I'm thinking about you this week and praying for your circumstance. Hey, George, long time no see, friend. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Terry. Hi, Annie. Good to see you, friend. So, all right. I want you guys, seriously, type it in here. Post something. Tell me something that you do to take care of yourself. So one of my thoughts this morning is that I need to make more time and space for my self-development stuff that I really like to do, whether that's yoga or listening to podcasts or even just taking intentional time to read, which you guys know, if you guys know me, I read so much, but in the last few weeks, I have let myself be saturated with overwhelm and confusion, and I haven't allowed intentional time to read, which is really strange for me. I haven't finished a book in probably 3 weeks, which I typically finish a couple of weeks. So that kind of says something. But what I was thinking is, so last night I went for a motorcycle ride, which was really, really good for me. And stopped by a store and was looking at furniture and was you know what, I need to make my office space a place where I can do and be all the things that I want it to be comfortable. I want a place that I want to go to, that I can cuddle up in a chair or couch and read or study or meditate. I want it to be just one of those rooms that you want to be in, right? And right now it's just bookshelves and books, and it's very like frigid and very like, ooh, like I don't want to spend any time in there. My Peloton is in there, but the thing is I have a big house. I can move the Peloton somewhere else, right? And I really want to work on creating that space as like a place for me to be me, a place for me to work on me and be the best version of me. Hey Darren, let's see. Self-care is a new concept for me. I'm learning it can be as simple as a fishing trip, a trip to the zoo or the museum. Yeah, that's a really good point, Darren. So like at different times in my life, like I've really struggled with the concept of like being alone and being by myself, which is kind of weird because like if you don't like spending time with yourself, who else is going to like spending time with yourself? So I've kind of challenged myself to like take myself on a date sometimes, just me, and be like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, maybe it would be fun to like go to a museum and like look at pictures. I like don't ever do stuff like that. Or like maybe I would like to go to like Myriad Gardens and walk around and get like a nice latte and just sit on a bench and read a book. Like if I could take myself on a date, what would I choose to do? Because a lot of times in life we don't, like we want to do what our friends want to do, but like if you could design like the perfect date where like it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or what they want to do, it's just like 100 what you want to do, what would it look like? And maybe you should do that for yourself. Maybe you should spend some time with yourself and get to know yourself, get to know who you are apart from the influence of your friends and family and your coworkers. Like tap into what it is that you like and who you are, which is something I really feel like we don't spend enough time doing, right? Good morning, Tom. So guys, I want to know, thank you, Darren, who else has something that they do for self-care? I would love to hear what you guys do. I love getting massages, but I've really struggled because I'm like, you know, I was in a really bad car accident when I was in college where like we were stopped on a highway and somebody hit us going like 70 something, like the back license plate was in my seat. And so I had like some adjustment disorder issues from that where I didn't want to get in a car for a while. And I have like a lot of back issues sometimes from that, especially like with our changes in our office where we're doing different things physically. And so I love getting massages, but I have such a hard time sometimes justifying spending money on that because I've always thought like this is something that's like luxurious and it's something that's like a splurge. And I haven't considered it like something that I need to do to be the best version of me. It's one of the only times I do something where I can like unplug, where I'm not looking at my phone and there's really nothing you can do except be alone with your thoughts, right? It's like forced thought time. So I really want to make it a better effort despite the fact that like I am financially in a very different situation than I thought I would be right now. I want to make the effort to do the things that make me come alive. Good morning, Rebecca. So what do you guys do? What do you do for yourselves? Do you, if you are like a mom with little kids, do you sneak away and enjoy a snack? I don't know what you guys do. That's why you have to tell me. Darren, blow money, got a budget. Yeah, that's how it feels. But I feel like, you know, we could go into a whole different thing about money and scarcity mentality, but we'll do that another day. But I want to know what you guys are doing to take care of yourselves, to love yourselves, to show up for yourselves. I think it's the most important thing, but I think that we put it on the back burner too often, right? So today, how I'm going to show up for myself is I'm going to start to come up with, like I blocked off a few patient slots today just to give myself time and energy to be able to sit and think about how I want to make my office at home a better space for me to be in, and how I want to dedicate to that. And I'm going to try to read today, and not go home and watch 90 Day Fiance. Your message can be a treat. I bought new clothes. Yeah. Cool, Darren. That's cool. I know. I like for a while there, I had like quite the perfume collection and was like, because when I go to work, I try not to wear perfume. It was something we were taught in medical school that it can be bad for some patients that have allergies and sensitivities to things like that. So I try not to like be too scented when I come to work. So anyway, all right, friends. Well, thank you, Darren, for sharing. I appreciate you. Anybody else want to share what you do to take care of yourself, how you love yourself? That's what we're working on today. It's Monday, and we have a long week ahead of us. And so we need to come up with ways to show up as our best version of ourselves. And we can only do that if we love ourselves the way that we should be loved. So I thank you guys for joining me for Morning Motivation. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I have a bunch of songs I'm working on for the piano. So if you join me on my regular page for that, for Happy Hour Piano Bar, hopefully I'll show up again for that pretty soon. I thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you have a fabulous Monday. Love you guys. Bye.